Hello to all the crazy collectors, to the polyson sniffers, and to all the adults who can never leave their childhood behind. I'm Kelvin from Shioktoys, and today I have the honor of reviewing the jaw-dropping review in Prime1's next level showcase last year, the Justice Buster. As you can see in front of me, this piece is humongous, even though it's 1/4 in scale. The Justice Buster was created in the comics, right? But it looks totally different from the one that you see here, because this has been designed by the MacTech guru, right? Josh Nisi. Those who are not familiar with Josh Nisi, he is one of the designers for Transformers movie characters, and he has done a few design for Prime1 itself, like the Eva 01 statue. You have also the other Transformer lines that was designed by Josh Nisi itself. So this piece is flowing with awesomeness. You know, it's just glowing with all the beauty that you can expect from Josh Nisi and Prime1's detailness, right? Now, the Justice Buster was created by Batman, who has got serious trust issue, okay, to defeat, okay, his teammates in the Justice League in case they go rogue. So as we all know, Batman likes to prepare for everything, and he has actually designed the suit to counter the power and strength of each of the other members of the Justice League and defeat them. Well, hopefully he thinks that he can, right? So as you can see here, now this statue itself, this Justice Buster itself, right, has different display options. One of it here is that you can actually display with Batman together, or you can display it separately, right? And there's 3 different heads for Batman that you can display with. So altogether, there's a lot of options for you to think about, you know, when you want to display this masterpiece, right? So we are going to do a review, okay, of both the Justice Buster and Batman, okay, and have a detailed look in terms of his design, okay, in terms of his sculpt, in terms of his paint job, you know, and all his light up. You know, the light up makes it look so good, you know, right? And here you have, I have put it together for comparison's sake. You can have compare with the Jet Power Optimus Prime, which is another beast in Prime1's collection. So those who have it will know. And as you can see here, he is almost the same height or same size as Jet Power Optimus Prime, right? And also, if you compare with the Bermejo Joker, which is 1/3 scale, right? He's certainly no small stuff, right? So even though the Justice Buster is 1/4 in scale, so this piece is really huge, right? But we won't have it any other way, because it just, all you or anyone who see it for the first time, or as many times as he does, right? And it will certainly be a centerpiece in your collection. So we will start with the review, right? Let's start off with the base itself, which is pretty cool, right? It's not very high, which is good because it doesn't take up more space than needed, right? So as I mentioned just now, that the width and depth of this is about 24 inches, right? Approximately there. At the base here, at the side, you can see a metallic look. Okay, you have all this high-tech and this metal weathered metal paint job. You know, it gives you a feel that this is a how you say that, relevant to the Justice Buster itself, which I think is more or less the same, supposed to be the same color, right? So then there's the cool new back emblem for the Justice Buster, which is pretty nice, you know. It gives a very futuristic look to it, right? So you can see here, and then you have, for instance, this, right? The base itself, you have all the artifacts or weapons of the Justice League member damage scattered all over the place, right? To show that the Justice Buster did what it was supposed to do, right? Here you have destroyed the Wonder Woman shield, right? And you look at the painting, so there are a lot of cracks and all that. And also you burn painting, it's painted like there's burned, that it has been burned, right? Look at that. The paint job is superb on this, right? Right. So here you have the base itself. The base itself is a rock surface, like a broken pavement after a battle, right? You have all these the rods and all that, metal rods, and also dirt painted onto the rock itself to give it a very realistic look, right? So this is pretty cool, right? And here is where the rock, you can actually remove it, and you have a hole, a black hole, for you to display the Batman, okay? So here you have, let's say let's check out what the other stuff that's on the base. It's full of details and full of stuff to look out and enjoy, right? Here you have the kryptonite, right? Right. So it's made of translucent type of resin, right? Then you got a mask of flesh, right? The damage. You got Aquaman's trident, broken in half, right? You have got Green Lantern's lantern, right? Totally broken. Right. You got Cyborg's arm, totally rip off, right? Which is pretty cool. If you look at all the itself, you know, the details on it. And then finally you have at the back, right, Superman's torn cape, right? So you can see that they have a lot of details on the base itself for you to enjoy, right? Look at that. Even the rock surface is pretty detailed, you know, and painted beautifully. Next, we will go up to have a look at the statue, right? Statue. The Justice Buster is a super impressive statue. For those who are familiar with Prime1's Transformer statue, you will be able to appreciate what Prime1 has done for the Justice Buster. Because what he has done is that they have made the same concept, the same details, okay, for Prime1 Transformer license statues into this piece under the DC license. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Right, those who collects Prime1 Transformers, right? One thing that really impressed us as a collector, especially for myself, right, is the amount of details they put into the statue itself. That, you know, even if it's underneath the statue or where places that you don't really look at it, you know, there are details and painted up to the same standard as if it was an external surface that is visible to the eyes, right? I'll show you what I mean. Okay, Okay, if you look at the statue here, you look at the feet of the Justice Buster itself. This is what you call details, right? First of all, you look at it, the paint job, this is the toe of the Justice Buster. You look at it, the paint job itself is all mudded, right? Rusted, right? And then weathered all over, right? The spots of that from dirt and everything, mud on the toe itself to give it the more realistic look, right? And then here you can look at it, the gears, the nuts, the bolts, everything is shown, right? So this is what Prime1's Transformer collectors appreciate very much when for the statues that they collect, right? Look at this now. Okay, look at all this mud, right? And this is only the foot. Okay. And you can see here inside itself, there's proper parts all sculpted and painted, right? Even though it's not visible when you look at the statue, you have to go really in depth into it. You can see yourself that this has been done layer by layer, right? Okay. So let me just show you. If I take out one part here, which part should I take out that is easier? Right, let's see, we'll try this. Okay, this is a prototype, so it's very fragile and it has all these parts not glued together. So it's could be a challenge when I put it up. So you can see here, even the gear itself, look, everything is all that. Right. Let's put this back in. Right. So you can see here, this is the knee. Love the design done by Josh. Yeah. If you see the back, the heel, why the heel of the foot, why it's sticking out like that, is because I didn't know that that part has to go in first before I set up the statue. So that was the last piece that I couldn't figure out where it goes. So when I tried to fit it in, it can't fit in anymore. I had to dismantle the whole statue again and assemble it. So I thought, okay, never mind, I'll just put it there and ask for apology from you guys. Right? So look at that. The nuts, the bolts, you know, everything. There's so much to see in these statues. That's the beauty that we have when we're looking at the Prime1 statues, Prime1 Transformer statues. There's so much details that you can almost miss out. So you surely miss out on things, and you have to look at it again and again and discover things that you have that are impressive and you didn't notice earlier. So this is the foot. This is the leg, this is the thigh, right? So, let's see whether I can take this out or not. Yeah, let's see. So here you can see, right, even without the kneecap itself, you can really see what are the details that is inside there, right? I'm not sure as to how Josh has designed this, or Prime1's designing team has done this, because, you know, I'm not sure whether Josh had given them just the outlay of the design, and whether the inner parts of all these things has been designed by Josh also, or the Prime1's own designers. But certainly add a lot of depth and details into the statue itself. You know, it's something that you see like, oh, you know, this is really what, if there is a Justice Buster, you know, this is how it will look like. Okay, give me a moment while I try to fit this back in. All right. don't worry, this is just a prototype. So prototypes are not really all assembled. It's made up of many pieces. Oh shit, I pressed on the wrong hole, is it? Alright. Ah, yes. Okay, so we have a look at the back. This is how it looks like. Right. Totally impressive. Let's go to the other leg. Here you have this. There are a lot of decals on that to make it looks more realistic, you know. So you have all these warning signs, arrows, and all that. There are people who suggest that the color is too boring, that there's not much color on the Justice Buster itself. But you know, Batman's favorite color is black, blue, and gray. You know, so and this is certainly his favorite color, which is almost like metallic dark gray. You know, so I don't see it painting it hot red or blue or anything or like that. At least he has got some gold color to make it a bit of impressiveness. Right, check this out. So you can see from the base itself, right? This is the more details that you get, you know, at the end of the photo. So this statue itself, you will spend hours looking at the design and looking at the details that's inside there, you know. So you will have to relook at it and look at it again and again to see how much things there has been put into that. Okay, so you have the inner tights. Okay, thank God there's no jiggling balls. Okay, so here are the tights and all that. Right. So I'm going to show you now. There are 4 points, electrical, 4 switch on buttons that you need to click on to light up the whole statue, right? So stay tuned. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to light up a Justice Buster. Okay, there are 4 switch that we have to switch on to light up the whole statue, right? All of them are using different type of battery sizes, right? So for the first one, we'll go to the head, where you light up the visor and also the side of the ear, right? This is pretty same as what you can expect from the Transformer Optimus Prime statue. So here you are. So you have all this light up. It's bluish in color. Then you want to light up the body. For the body, the switch is at the back, just behind here, right? Okay, let me just look it up. Okay, yeah, yes. So you have some blue lights there, right? So it's pretty cool, right? And then you have some lights on the ribs, on the chest itself, right? Also on the back emblem, right? So it looks like Iron Man arc reactor, you know, a Batman arc reactor, right? Then we have the last one, which is to light up the fist, right? The red sun radiation fist. Okay, let me just look for that. Yeah, here is on the palm itself. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot. The turret also, there's a light, right? So here you have, just press this, boom, right? And let's take a step back and admire the view. So it's pretty cool, right? So let's carry on with our review now that the light is on. Okay, so the arm itself, the fist, right, is also super detailed. You can just check it out here, okay, and you check inside there. It's also sculpted, right? And inner part here, so you will see that details to it, right? You got all these weapons, right? And there's die cuts on it itself, you know. A lot of weathering, scratches, you know, like it's better hardened. So you got this deck counts here. I wonder where all these die cast warnings are for who, you know. And you have here arm itself, really pretty cool. And then I love this shoulder pad here with the batarang type of design, you know. And then here's the chest, right? And the chest itself is also weathered. There are a lot of scratches or that, you know. The emblem is also scratched, and the lines light up, okay, to just give you a very futuristic look to itself, right? I love the wordings here. Warning, Justice Buster. As if like the Justice is only are able to see this and be warned, right? So here you have a closer look. Let's just zoom in, right? So both arms has got different type of weapons and details, you know. So you can give a very good, more interesting look to it, right? So look at that. I love this piece, right? So here you have, as you can see, there are a lot of details to it, you know. Look at that. Even armpit itself has got a lot of details. This is what you normally see in the how you say transformer design, right? Certainly a lot of things to look at for this statue. A lot of this. Look at that at the back, right? This is also under the armpit itself. And then you got the back wing at the back. It comes with the closed one where it's hidden inside, or you can have one that is projecting out, which I think the projecting out looks very cool because it just looks really like a back wing on the statue, right? So let me just go up the ladder and show you. This is the head. It's superb. You know, there's a lot of details inside also. Right. So here you can see itself, the turret gun, beautifully done. Right. And this is to handle the flash, poor guy. Right, you got missile ports here also. small missile pods. Look at that. Here you have the chest itself. Is given different parts. If when you have you remove the head and you put in Batman, you decide to display that way, you're given a different type of chest plate here, where it's projecting out as if like it's open. Right? Check out inside part, inner part. The face has got a bit of like the Pacific Rim and also Macross influence, I would say, right? But it certainly looks good enough as the Justice Buster. So let's have a look at the back. Okay, sorry I have to move it around because it's such a huge statue, so it's can't just. So you can see here, there's the 3 blue lights coming out at the back like the engine, right? So you have the back with the back wing, right? Looking at the details is just amazing. And the weathering effect on this is so nice. No step. Okay. So this, my friend, is going to be one of the crown collectible in my gallery. You know, just by the sheer size of it. Right? So I'm going to show you Batman next. Stay tuned. Okay, now we are going to show you the second display options for the Justice Buster. Is with the Batman inside the Justice Buster. For this, I have not changed the chest plate. Right? Just take note that you actually have an additional chest plate that will be slightly higher than this, right, to show that it's opened, right? The Batman Justice Buster, right, comes with this type of 3 types of heads, right? So please refer to your description in the Prime1's website for which version of the Justice Buster you'll get which head, right? Just to avoid any confusion, right? Here we have one with the Jim Lee face, right? Jim Lee's look, right? It's super cool when you look at him inside there, right? It gives you a very pretty good options to display, you know. Or you can have, right, a more futuristic look that to me is my favorite to go with the Justice Buster, which is this. Oh, okay. Now this one, you got an angry face. The thing is that here you can actually put on a visor for him, right? Right? Now, isn't that very cool? Right? So for me, this will be my preferred choice to display with the Justice Buster. Right? So like, just have a look at that. Right? And finally, you have what I like to call the Black Panther Batman. But actually, if you look at the recent Batman comic, which is the Future State Batman. The Future State Batman does have a mask like almost like this that is fully covered, and Jim Lee did draw one cover with a mask like this. You know, not exactly the same, but is of the same concept, right? So let's just give you a look at the whole statue. So in this display option, you got 3 heads, so that multiplied by 3. Right, so you can play around with it, change it anytime you want, you know, which is pretty cool. Right, now we are going to review the Batman figure itself. Right, the Batman is 19 inches from his shoe, his bottom of the shoe to his ear. Right, it's supposed to be 14 inches, right? And here it gives you an option of the cape, right? So you can display it by yourself because it's sold separately, so you can actually buy it if you just like the Batman, or you have a limited display options space, right? I have not really put in the cape all the way in because it's kind of be quite difficult to take it out. Right, so because I'm going to take it out and show you the look without the cape itself, which I find that is the most impressive display option, right? So you have got like a Arkham type of suit here, which is a body armor, right? You have all these technical stuff. It's also gray in color, with a bit of weatherings and all that, right? With the same futuristic emblem. So this is a very tactical suit, you know, tactical armor suit, right? Is there such a thing, a tactical armor suit, or is just tactical suit, right? Which is which is one of the most impressive Batman's suit design, you know. So you got the shoes here. The base is consistent with the Justice Buster, right? So it's a rock surface with all these metal rods coming out and all that, right? So you got a lot of shoe and all that. You look at his boots where he's a lot of dirts and mud, you know, to give you a very futuristic, realistic type of look, right? So he can't be without his pouches, so he still has pouches, right? So I'm going to try to show you the light up. So you just press it here, and Batman has his own arc reactor, right? It's super cool. So here I'm going to try to take out the just a reminder again, this is a prototype, so the final product will not be like this. Will be a better design and quality, right? So here Prime1 does give you options to cover the hole at the top where the cape goes in, right? So this got some metal stuff, you know, like a bit of circuit there. So you put it here to cover the hole, right? And then you put this here to cover the hole too. All right, so there you have it, capeless Batman, and it looks beautiful, right? So impressive, right? With the Jim Lee face, right? It comes with 3 different heads for you to choose. So you have this Jim Lee look, or you can have this Black Panther look, you know. This one gives you similarity with the Future State Batman, There's a cover drawn by Ghibli itself, right? The future state Batman, if I'm not mistaken, the mask is something like this, right? A bit like the Black Panther concept, you know, right? Then you have my favorite head, which is the Mac style head. This one, this I feel goes the best with the Justice Buster, right? So it comes with a visor, right? So you just put the visor on, and then voila, right? Just look at it, right? Fantastic, right? Check out the back of the statue itself, right? I'm just going to turn it around and you have a look at that. Look at that. Look at the exoskeleton at the back. There is a lenticular cover in New 52 that has also, the cover also show the back of Batman with exoskeleton. You know, maybe I can find the picture and show it. Just find a comic and show it. This is beautiful, right? So you can see the details of the exoskeleton, right? It's so weathered and worn out, you know, to give you a bit that this is, to make it more realistic, that this is something that he has worn many times before, and that he has gone through a lot of battles and fights with it, you know. So it's not like something just that came out of the workshop, right? So you can see here the scratches, everything, right? This, my friend, is one of the best looking Batman statues. There are a lot. This is one of them, right? So I'll just turn it around again for you to have another look at the front. Right. Look at that. It looks so good just as a statue itself, you know, right? Okay, I'm going to come back again and display this together with the Justice Buster, right? Stay tuned. Now, this is how I will display mine, right? With Batman beside him in his futuristic head, all light up without a cape, you know. This is what it looks like, you know. So it just looks so awesome, you know, and intimidating in terms of how Justice Buster's pose, like he's ready to fight at the command of Batman, and Batman is standing there full of confidence that, you know, he can actually defeat the whole Justice League team, right? Excluding him, right? Let's look at that. Yes. This will certainly be a crown piece for everyone, for anyone, you know. Certainly looks great in my collection. So, look at that. With a side view, a bit of this side view, the other side's view. Any sides, it looks damn good, right? So thank you very much for staying with me in admiring this beautiful piece. So those who have space and extra cash to spend, this is certainly something that you should consider. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon.